Samuel and Susanna stayed at home. They would make sure everything went well when Santa came. Things like that the whole village was cheering and that the coffee table was set. That the Christmas tree was lit and that the basket for the Christmas presents was in the right place. It was a lot to think about. Samuel went on the expedition to telegram to Santa.
Ta-ta, hello Santa, this is Santa Will calling. Ta-ta, we're on our way now with the new locomotive the Puffer to pick you up. In about an hour, ta-ta, we'll be there. We can't say enough, ta-ta, how happy we are, ta-ta, to bring Santa here as a guest. Welcome, ta-ta.
It was quiet for quite a long time in the telehumming device, and Samuel was a little scared that Santa hadn't heard. But then it cracked in the device, and Santa's dark voice echoed between the walls.
Tata, Santaville. Santa Claus speaking. If you're going to pick me up, you'll have to hurry around the corner. The helicopter from Tata, South Bell is also on its way to pick me up. I take Tata, the one who comes first. Clear end, Tata, from Santa Claus.
The device clicked and the call was over. Samuel thought that his nose was getting longer and longer. It was a surprising conversation. Imagine if the helicopter from South Bell get there first. It shouldn't happen, absolutely not happen. The locomotive had a radio on board. He tried to get in touch with Sonny and the professor, but they probably didn't hear him call. The locomotive probably made too much noise. He ran out into the waiting room, where Susanna was putting the finishing touches on the coffee table. It looked so delicious that you could get tears in your eyes. But just now, Samuel didn't have any time to get any tears in his eyes.
Susanna dear, do you know if the teacher still has any carrier pigeons left? I have to borrow one right away. If you pick it up, I'll write the message meanwhile.
Out on the small railway, the Puffer stumbled forward. Sonny stood by the big lever, while the professor served as a fireman and shoveled Christmas cards.
More cards. We have to get up the steam pressure 10 more lines. There's so much snow on the track, we only make 90 knots.
Shovel as much as I can. But I have to have time to read a little sometimes what is written on the cards. Here is such a fun card from the Canary Islands. Just listen what it says. While the gnome and the palm trees wiggle, we lie on the beach and giggle.
But now Sonny got so angry that he pulled the signal string.
The professor must understand that we don't have time to read Christmas cards now. Just in the firebox with them. They burn just as well, even if the professor hasn't read them.
Yes,
said the professor disappointedly and shoveled a large paddle full of glittering cards. Suddenly Sonny braked, so the professor lost his balance and hit his head on the steamer.
Giant snowdrift ahead. We'll never get through. Get ready to jump out and shovel, Professor.
Shovel, that's old-fashioned. There must be better ways. Let me think for a moment.
A very small moment then. The drift is like a whole mountain. It takes time to get through it.
The professor thought. He folded his forehead like a used paper bag. Just then a small pigeon flapped into the cab and sat down on the professor's head. Picked him with his beak as if to be noticed. It was the carrier pigeon from Santa Will. But the professor had everything else than carrier pigeons in his mind right now. He tried to shove the pigeon away, but it stubbornly came back. Finally Sonny saw it.
It's a carrier pigeon. It most certainly has important notifications for us.
He lifted one wing gently. There sat a small piece of paper. Sonny read.
To the puffer. Speed up. Helicopter from South Pole on its way to pick up Santa Claus. You must get there first. Merry Christmas from Samuel.
Sonny got nervous and shouted.
Professor, how will it be now? We can't wait any longer.
Not needed either. I have come up with a solution. We just lower the chimney forward, and then we steam through the drift. It's 500 times faster than chortling.
Sometimes the professor is a real bright light. There you are. The chimney is already lowered. Now it's the professor's job to get enough steam.
The professor shoveled and the steam puffed. The snow melted as if 10 summer suns had shone on it. After just under 10 minutes and 500 Christmas cards, they were through the drift.
Hooray! Now we only have 10 minutes left to Santa Claus. The professor will see that we can do it.
A lot can happen in 10 minutes.
Panted the professor. He shoveled cards, so he was completely numb in his arms. Just then a flapping sound was heard above them. A clattering of giant wings.
The helicopter. Now the boiled chimney is fried.
They looked out. Just above them flew a large helicopter. They could see the pilot sitting inside his round glass hood. He made faces at them.
Just you wait. Now we'll put up smoke curtain, so you don't know which is front or rear.
He opened all the smoke vents that were there, and let the chimney spit out the blackest smoke they had in stock. The helicopter pilot was totally surprised. He saw nothing, just black, thick locomotive smoke. He had to turn and fly back to South Pole to wash the windows clean of dirty smoke.
Hooray! A helicopter doesn't have much chance against a healthy and smoky locomotive. Now it's clear tracks. Santa is ours.
Outside his cottage, right where the little railway stopped, Santa Claus was waiting. The hat was freshly ironed, beard freshly combed, and next to him, he had several baskets and sacks with Christmas presents. He made big eyes when the train steaming and squeaking slowed down in front of him.
Well, so you did it. I actually didn't believe that.
Welcome, Santa. This is the locomotive we have built with our own hands, just to pick you up. The carriages are old, but they should only be used to load the Christmas presents in. Yourself, you can go with us inside the locomotive cab. We have set up a special armchair for you to sit in.